It is hard to follow two dynamic speakers like that. Maybe I need to bring it down a little. Anyway, set your expectations lower and I'll exceed them. Thank you very much to Chancellor Juan Salgado for your very kind introduction, and honestly to President Sanders, to the Chancellor, thank you for hosting us here today at Malcolm X. It is great to be back here with all of you. I don't want to go through all the names that you've heard before and recognize everybody that's behind me, but I do want to just say that your aldermen here, Alderman Burnett, Alderman Irvin, Representative Cyril Nichols, these are champions on behalf of Malcolm X and on behalf of our community colleges and city colleges. And I'm so grateful for their partnership in this endeavor. And of course, we're going to hear in just a few minutes from Tyler Cannon, who's going to talk to us about his experience and how important MAP has been to him. I thank you very much for being here and for demonstrating how important funding of college education at city colleges and throughout higher education is. You are an example you demonstrate to all of us the possibilities for our future. So thank you. Since I took office in 2019, Illinois has increased our MAP grant program by 50%. 50%. That's over. Now that's about $200 million more than was there before I came into office, and it means that we've been able to provide more and more college scholarships across the state of Illinois and right here in the city of Chicago. And when the General Assembly passes the fiscal year 24 budget proposal that I put forward, y'all are going to pass that, right, Representative? When you pass all of that, every working class resident of Illinois will be able to get a degree from Malcolm X College or any community college in our state, tuition-free and fee-free. It means that people can get a good education and graduate with no student debt. That's a big deal. Now, let me brag a little about the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago together. Illinois has the third largest community college system in the entire nation. I don't think people who live in Illinois know that, and it's an enormous asset for all of us. It's 48 colleges that each open the doors to higher wages and new careers and better jobs in healthcare and aviation and IT and agriculture and construction management, accounting, advanced manufacturing, and other 21st century career paths. When I first took office, people were leaving Illinois to get a college education because they just couldn't afford to get one here. Prior administrations had cut funding to higher education so much so that out-of-state tuition elsewhere, even for community college students, was more attractive than staying in the state and going to school here. That's just not right. And so working with the General Assembly, we're making it more affordable for everyone to get ahead by attending a community college or a university in an affordable fashion. We're able to make these investments in our students and in our families because we've been laser focused on something that sounds a little boring to everybody, I think, but righting our fiscal ship in the state of Illinois. Setting right our direction and balancing the budget and running surpluses and paying off our state's overdue bills. It all sounds pretty boring, right? But it's what allows us to do what we're doing today. Reducing our long-term pension liability, eliminating all the state's short-term debts. It allows us to move forward to make the investments in people and not just paying interest payments to people on Wall Street. And then I'll brag a little more on behalf of all of us. Earlier this week, we received our 8th credit upgrade since I took office. It's a milestone, truly, following the previous administration where there were, guess what, 8 credit downgrades. So as you can see, we have more work to do to get ahead, but finally we've, what's the right way to say it? We've climbed our way out of that hole. And we're saving taxpayers tens of millions of dollars. So I want to recognize the leadership here at City College's administration in creating opportunities for Chicagoans year in and year out, fighting the battles of budgets and the challenges of the economy over the course of years, really, and even in the face of budget crises that have happened, and the pandemic. Let's not forget that had an enormous challenging effect on all of our universities, on our community colleges, and here at City Colleges. We've kept tuition steady since 2016, so important, and one of the few around the country that have been able to do that, and it's a major step toward making a degree financially feasible for more Illinoisans, and I really am grateful for that. Illinois community colleges serve as an accelerator for local economies and individual students alike. It has a direct economic impact on communities of about $3.5 billion annually just to have these community colleges educating our people. And our community colleges truly are one of the best assets that we have when it comes to ensuring great opportunity and great outcomes for all of our working families. It's an investment that I truly am proud to make and will continue to make year in and year out. So I want to thank you, and with that, I'd like to introduce to you my partner in governance, my friend, a real champion for students at all ages, but especially for community college, and that's our great, best in the country, Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton.